Hello Leafs Nation, welcome back to your go-to channel, Toronto Maple Leafs News Network. Today we've got a jam-packed video with fresh updates that just broke a few hours ago, and trust me, if you're a true Leafs fan, you definitely don't want to miss this. We're diving into some major headlines today. A franchise veteran hangs up the skates and steps into a new role, a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up our top line, and a young Swedish blue liner making waves overseas. So sit tight, smash that like button, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a single Leafs update. Let's jump right into the first story. Update 1. Kyle Clifford retires and returns, this time behind the bench. In a heartfelt move that's shaking up the Toronto Maple Leafs family, longtime NHL warrior Kyle Clifford has officially retired from professional hockey, but his journey with the Leafs is far from over. After battling through 15 seasons, 2 Stanley Cup championships, and nearly 800 NHL games, Clifford is transitioning into a brand new role that keeps him right here in Toronto as a player development coach with the Leafs. Let that sink in. The guy who once dropped gloves to protect his teammates is now shaping the next generation of Maple Leafs talent. Clifford isn't just another retired veteran walking into a front office job. His work ethic, leadership, and team-first mentality made him an icon in every dressing room he walked into, whether with the Los Angeles Kings Street, Louis Blues, or most importantly, the Toronto Maple Leafs and Marlies. You might remember Clifford's unforgettable Stanley Cup runs with the Kings back in 2012 and 2014, but don't forget his presence in Toronto was much deeper than the stats. He joined the Leafs organization back in February 2020, was traded briefly, and then found his way back to us, eventually becoming a mentor with the Marlies. During his time with the Toronto Marlies, Clifford racked up over 50 points and played more than 100 games in the American Hockey League. But what made him truly invaluable was his ability to connect with younger players. Former teammate Alex Steeves even called him a commodity for any player chasing the NHL dream, a voice of reason, a teacher, and above all, a brother on and off the ice. And now, Clifford is stepping into a permanent player development role with the Leafs, working alongside another ex-teammate, Jake Muzzin, during prospect development camps. Think about it. 2 Stanley Cup winners guiding our future blue and white Warriors. That's not just good planning, that's championship culture. The Leafs' focus on internal development, mentorship, and long-term success is crystal clear with moves like this. Clifford may have taken off the skates, but his passion for the game and the Leafs crest burns just as bright. And Leafs Nation, this is just the first of 3 massive stories today. Want to hear about a game-breaking trade proposal and a Swedish phenom lighting it up? Stick around. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Kyle Clifford moment in a Leafs jersey? Update 2. Leafs side Jason Robertson in blockbuster trade shocker. Leafs Nation, get ready, because this next piece of news has the entire hockey world buzzing, and if it happens, it could be one of the biggest moves Toronto has pulled in years. According to multiple sources, the Toronto Maple Leafs are reportedly exploring a blockbuster trade that would send veteran defenseman Morgan Rielly to the Dallas Stars in exchange for none other than Jason Robertson, one of the NHL's top scoring wingers. Yes, you heard that right, Jason Robertson, the 26-year-old powerhouse who has scored 168 goals in just 374 games, could be donning the blue and white. Let's break it down. Robertson has back-to-back 80-point seasons, including 35 goals last season, while averaging nearly 18 minutes of ice time. He's big 6'3", 207 pounds, and he's clutch in the playoffs. This is exactly the kind of elite, game-changing offense the Leafs have been hunting for since the Mitch Marner trade to Vegas earlier this summer. Here's how the trade could shape up. Toronto receives Jason Robertson, cap hit $7.7 million. Dallas receives Morgan Rielly, cap hit $7.5 million. Straight swap, no picks, no prospects, just raw top-tier talent-changing jerseys. Now, Rielly has been the heart of our blue line since 2012, but let's be honest, change might be coming. With Toronto retooling their roster and seeking more scoring punch in the wake of Marner's departure, acquiring Robertson would instantly boost our top six. Imagine a top line with Austin Matthews, William Nylander, and Jason Robertson that's nightmare fuel for any opposing defense. There's more. Jason's younger brother Nick Robertson is already on the Leafs roster. Could this trade finally unlock Nick's full potential? The two brothers have never played together professionally, and the thought of reuniting them on the same line could be a massive spark both emotionally and strategically. From a contract standpoint, Jason Robertson is heading into the final year of his deal and will likely demand a major raise, some say around $11.5 million per year over 8 seasons. But the Leafs have just under $2 million in cap space and enough maneuvering room to make this work long term if they believe in his impact. Sportsnet's Nick Kypreos has hinted that Dallas might not want to walk into arbitration or risk losing Jason for nothing down the line. That gives Toronto the upper hand, especially if Rielly is willing to waive his no movement clause. And if you think this is just rumor mill noise, think again. Leafs management is hungry, aggressive, and clearly not afraid to swing for the fences. If they believe Jason Robertson can be a franchise cornerstone, they'll move mountains to make it happen. This could be the trade of the summer, folks. Update 3. Leafs hidden gem? Victor Johansson dominates at WJSS. Leafs Nation. If you're a fan of promising defensemen with flash, flair, and fearlessness, say hello to a name you'll want to remember, Victor Johansson. At the 2025 World Junior Summer Showcase, Johansson, a 4th-round pick by the Toronto Maple Leafs in the 2024 NHL Draft, didn't just play well, he turned heads, dropped jaws, and might have just forced his way into future blue line conversations for the Leafs. Standing 6'1" and weighing in at 165 pounds, the Swedish native is redefining what a late-round pick can become. After spending a month with the Leafs development camp, Johansson was invited to represent Team Sweden at the showcase, and he stole the spotlight. His puck control, confidence, and daring rushes from deep in the defensive zone were a highlight reel on their own. In one electrifying sequence during a game against Team USA, Johansson deked out 3 American players, carried the puck end-to-end, and created a prime scoring chance that had scouts scrambling to check their draft notes. But he didn't just look good, he produced. Johansson notched 3 points in 5 games, including a spectacular solo goal against Team Canada, where he started the play behind Sweden's net, juked a forechecker, joined the rush, received a pass, and roofed a wrister past Evan Gardner, Canada's netminder and a second-round NHL pick himself. For a player originally pegged as a defensive defender, Johansson is flipping the script. He told media that the Leafs drafted him for his defensive game, but he made a conscious decision after the draft to dare more offensively. And dare he did. Back home with Leksands IFJ20, Johansson already had a breakout season racking up 39 points in 47 games, including 32 assists, making him the top assist producer among all defenders in Sweden's J20 North Division. That kind of production, combined with his recent performance, has him eyeing a spot on Sweden's World Juniors team and eventually a shot at the NHL. Sure, Johansson is still a little undersized for a full-time NHL blue liner, but don't let that fool you. His IQ, vision, and shiftiness with the puck make him a legitimate candidate to crack the Leafs roster in the coming seasons. Add him to the mix of Leafs prospects like Topi Niemela and William Villeneuve, and suddenly Toronto's future on defense looks a whole lot brighter. Leafs Nation, keep your eyes on Victor Johansson. He might just be our next Rasmus Sandin, but with even more flash. And there you have it, Leafs fans. Kyle Clifford retires and joins the Leafs front office. A blockbuster Jason Robertson trade rumor that could reshape the top line. And a dazzling performance by Victor Johansson that might just signal the birth of a new blue and white star. Let us know in the comments which story caught your attention most and what you would do if you were Brad Treliving for a day. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Toronto Maple Leafs News Network and turn on notifications so you never miss an update rumor, or highlight. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Leafs, go!